Hey guys, welcome to our Monday night team call. I am really pumped to share with you tonight about finding your tribe. I feel like this is something, especially no matter if you're a brand new coach or if you've been a coach for 5 years, that you're constantly in different phases or seasons of life. So your tribe is going to change. But if you have an idea of how to kind of formulate or find who those people are as your life progresses, then it can be a little bit easier and less worrisome. So we're going to start with people who are already in your circle. And I just have 3 little points about people that you already know. And everybody's going to be different, right? So point number 1, it is up to you to reach out to them. People may know that you're a Beachbody coach. People may know that you work out. People may know that you meal plan or grocery shop healthy or whatever, but they may not say anything to you because the fact that you're taking care of your life may make them feel worse about theirs. So they may never say anything to you. If you want to offer this opportunity or challenge group or coaching or anything like that to people you already know, it's up to you to do that, to kind of break the ice with them, so to speak. And that might look different for everybody. It's going to look way different for me talking to my mom than it is for me talking to Will's mom, because I can be very blunt and honest with my own mom, and I can't necessarily be that way with everyone in my family. So you know that, not just your family, but friends as well. So point number 1, it's up to you. Point number 2, I want you to keep in mind what you have to offer is a gift. It is not a sales pitch. It is not a get rich quick. It is not a lose 10 pounds in a week. We all know that, but I feel like sometimes we get caught up in, I don't want to say anything because I don't want them to think I'm being salesy. Guys, if you think you're being salesy, then you probably are. If you're being genuine and acting like you care about these people that are in your life and giving them a gift, something that has majorly impacted your life and changed it for the better, and you want to give that to somebody else, mind you, probably not for free, but you want to give them the opportunity to do that for themselves, think of it as a gift instead of an obligation or like you're badgering somebody. And if you're worried that you're going to make them feel that way, give them an out. Just say, hey, I know that you've probably seen me working out for a while, or, you've seen me running these challenge groups, or however you want to word it. And I just wanted to let you know that if you're ever curious or you want more information or you want to get started, I'm 100% here for you. But if not, that's totally cool. Don't feel obligated. You can say that. You know these people. You can tell them, I don't want to make you feel like you have to do anything that you don't want to. But I want you to know I'm here for you. Sometimes that's all it takes. And a lot of times these people have been watching you anyway and praying that one day you recognize the fact that they're watching you and reach out to them. So you could be doing them a favor. Third thing and last thing about people that you already know, who are your tribe because you already know them. Maybe they're not your best friend, but they're part of your circle. Okay. Number 3 is just difficulty level, right? So sometimes it's easier to invite strangers than people that you know. Sometimes it is, because people that you know, they're probably not going anywhere. They're going to be in your life whether they commit to getting healthy or whether they tell you to shove it. Like they're not going anywhere. They're still a part of your life, and sometimes that holds us back. Whereas if it's a stranger on the internet, you're like, hey, well, I'm not out anything. If you say, this is stupid, okay, you're a stranger. Like, I don't care what you think. But if someone that you care about says that to you, that can be hurtful. So I want you to just keep in mind, you are under no obligation to ask or offer what you have to anybody. You are under no obligation. I hope you guys know that. Beachbody doesn't require you to do that. It's totally up to you. This is your business. Run it how you see fit. There are people who run this business entirely off of YouTube. There are people who run their business completely off of LinkedIn. You can do it however you want. There are people who only run their business face-to-face. They don't do social media. Run it however you want. Literally however you want would be fine. But it's up to you how difficult you make that situation. Again, for me, there are people in my family who it's super easy to talk to about, and other people in my family that it's hard. So I started with the easy ones and kind of built up my courage and figured out my best, most genuine way to offer this to people, because it's going to look different for everybody. And you guys know that. Okay, so we are now moving on to people on social media. I have 2 main tips, but some of them have little activities. Okay, so the first one is like a subtopic. If you don't do this already, you have to make your profile public. And if you don't want to do that, then you need to create a new profile that you can post fitness related things or nutrition related things to if you are uncomfortable with having your personal life public. Again, totally up to you. Everybody on here posts everything. Everybody that's on this call does their entire lifestyle, their family, good days, bad days, motivation, all of that. We do it publicly. If you're not cool with that, don't do it. But you need to have a public profile on whatever platform you choose to use, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. It needs to be public. Why? So that other people can find you. It's not going to happen as easily if your profile is private. Okay, that was like a subtopic. Number 1, we're going to talk about hashtags. And social media is constantly changing, and you guys know that. There are some super, super easy ways to find hashtags that apply to your posts or to your life. And I use this app called Hashtags. That's what it's called. Yep, plural, hashtags plural. It is, oh shoot, go back. It is this little pink hashtag. That's the logo. Okay, so it's just called Hashtags. You can type in any word in the search and it will populate the 30 most popular hashtags used that are associated with whatever your post is about. So I've started using this because Instagram has algorithms that if your hashtags don't apply to your post, it won't populate your post with those hashtags when people search for them. Just FYI. So if I post something about me and Will and our relationship, I search for hashtags that have to do with like newlywed or marriage or first year of marriage or whatever. And it populates a bunch, and you can just click copy, and then you go over to Instagram and you click paste and it's done. I don't care so much about what my hashtags are on a regular basis because I am not following hashtags. My hope is that by using those hashtags, 1, it doesn't cost me any money to do that, and it takes me 20 seconds. And 2, if other people who have way more time than me are scrolling through hashtags, they can find me and they can follow me from there. So tip number 1 with hashtags, use the Hashtags app is what I would say. It's free. Hashtags are commonly overpopulated. So that's why I wouldn't advise you guys going to hashtags to find people, because it's far more overpopulated than it used to be. So let people find you. That's what I would say. Yeah, that was it for that. Make sure your hashtags relate to your post. You can always throw in like, you know, girl mom or whatever, even if it's a post about fitness, totally fine. You can throw in anything that's like not necessarily fitness related, but I would say 25 of the 30 should be related to your post, if that makes sense. Okay, questions on that before we move on to number 2? All right. Number 2, this is I just titled it, Where Are Your People? in all caps. Like, your people are out there. People talk about, oh, you just need to find your people. Okay, where are these people? Like, where they exist, but like, how come they can't find me, or how come I can't find them? It can be extremely frustrating. Here are some things that have been helping me grow my conversations and my following. And I've been very intentional about this, and I continue to do so. I follow, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, here's activity time. 3 activities. Activity 1, I want you to think of 3 brands that you like. Doesn't even have to be something that you necessarily follow. 3 brands that you like. Can be anything you want. And the more niche, the better. So for example, the 3 I wrote down: Under Armour Women. That's not very niche. There are millions of people who follow that, which is fine. But I wrote that down because I wear a lot of Under Armour. Hippie Runners. I don't know if you guys have ever even heard of them. Just a brand. They make a lot of headbands. And Buff Bunny, which is like a fit clothing brand. So again, it doesn't matter if anybody else on this call has ever heard of it, but can you think of 3 brands that you, as a female, woman, age, whatever, what do you like? So don't think about right now, like, what does my kid like, or what does my significant other like? Think about, yourself. And again, even if you just jot 2 down, you got started, which is good. Heather, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Good? Okay. All right. Second activity. I want you to think of 3. This is going to sound silly, but I want you to do it. If you can't think of 3, don't worry. 3 celebrities, Insta famous people, bloggers, whoever, that you like to follow on Instagram. So maybe it's motivational. It could be a Beachbody trainer. You can write that down. That's fine. Not as ideal, because those people are probably also going to be Beachbody people that follow them, but it can be them for now. That's fine to get you started. Who are people that you would want to follow? It doesn't matter if it's like someone who's on The Bachelorette, or I wouldn't even know who those people are. It can be an athlete or an Olympian or whatever. It doesn't even have to be someone you know. I'm about to tell you 2 names, and I couldn't tell you 2 things about these people, but I see their posts and I like their stuff. One of them is this girl, Chessie King, and I don't know who she is in real life, but she lives in the UK, and I follow her. Laura Julane, she posts a lot of very popular recipes and, I don't know, healthy food. And this other girl named Kelly Yeager. Don't know who those last 2 people are. Don't interact with them a lot, but I like their stuff. These people typically have, you're talking anywhere between like 20,000 to like maybe 80,000 followers. You would like it to be somewhere in there. If it's over 1 million, that's okay. But the point is, you're trying to find other people who like the same stuff that you like. So the more niche, the better. And if you can't think of any right now, just put a question mark. It's fine. Because you'll eventually, or I'll tell you at the end where you can find some of these people who you don't even know. It's very easy. Famous people, this can be like music you listen to. Especially if it's like, I don't know, maybe this is just me. If it's like a male country artist, who follows male country artists? All females. So there's an easy target, right? So you don't have to overthink it. If you like it, for sure, other people who are similar to you like the same thing. All right, last but not least, I want you to think of 3 ways you can describe yourself without health and fitness. This can be super basic. It can be 3 words, doesn't matter. But don't let it have to do with health and fitness if you can help it. I wrote down Christian, former teacher, newlywed. Those are my 3. And you don't have to overthink that either. If you have wavy hair, you could write down, I have wavy hair. Like it does, as long as it doesn't relate to like other things, like wears glasses. Like it doesn't have to be, you don't have to overthink it. Because there are literally Instagram pages for everything. There's probably ones with like people who are double jointed. There's probably an Instagram page for you to follow that has to do with being double jointed. There's everything out there. So before I tell you how you're going to put this into action, if you had trouble thinking of anything for like 1 and 2, brands you like or people that you like to follow, don't know if you guys ever go on this. I try to avoid it because I feel like it's a rabbit hole. But if you go to your Instagram and you go to the search, Instagram pays attention to everything that you do. So it has populated for you all sorts of things that it thinks you would like on the search. Based on things that you hashtag, based on things that you like, based on things that you like that other people use hashtags on, and it puts things on there for you. So mine's a lot of healthy food, bikinis, people in Hawaii, like, you know, this is my stuff. But this is how I find these people. So I'm like, oh, a cool post. This is just called calories.tips. And it has 5,362 likes. And if I go to their page, they have 999,000 followers. I bet you that I could follow any of these 6,000 people that also liked this post because we both all like healthy food. So once you think of your things, I'm going to give you a little advice. Don't feel obligated to do this every day, particularly if this is your part-time gig. You could do it once a week if you wanted to. But what I do, step 1, I go to these people's pages. So if I wrote down like Under Armour women, I go to Under Armour Instagram page. I go to one of the most recent posts that I myself would have liked had I seen it. I go to the recent posts. I then follow 20 people who liked that same post. It's that simple. They liked it, I liked it, great, done. 20 people. If you think you're gonna forget what these accounts are, I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but use the little save feature on people's photos. So when you click the little save in the corner, when you click that, from your profile, you have the 3 little lines, oh geez, right here. And when you tap that, it says saved right there. And did you know you guys can make little like categories? So I have one that's just called accounts to follow. And that's where I keep all these pages so I don't lose track of them. So I go on there. I found one today on Hippie Runners that had a shirt and it says, I became a teacher for the fortune and the fame. I thought was funny. So there's 238 people who liked that post and I followed 20 of those people. Because if they liked this and thought that it was funny, they're my kind of person. You don't have to overcomplicate it, guys. It's literally following people who like the same stuff that you do. It doesn't have to be related to health and fitness. You don't have to search out your next top coach from, you know, workout videos. But if there is somebody that you follow that posts a lot of awesome workout videos that are non-Beachbody related, you can follow people that follow them. If you follow All Recipes or Martha Stewart or anyone else, you can follow people who follow them because you will have that in common. Okay, so wanted to share that with you and the little saved categories thing. You can always test it out, and when you click save on someone's post, there's a really quick little pop-up that says add to collection. It just like pops right up on where the photo is, and if you click it, you can create a category or a collection, I think it's called. But if you go into your save, there's a plus button at the top, and you can do it there too. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's where you can find, if you're struggling and you feel like you're not seeing any new people or anything like that, just use your time on Instagram a little bit smarter and spend 5 minutes going to pages that you already like and finding a post recent and following people that have liked that post. To me, that's really easy. And if they have a private profile, I don't care. I don't let it stop me. I click follow anyway. Because then if they follow me back, great. If they don't, I'm not out anything. So it doesn't bother me at all. Questions on that? I had a little more about Facebook stuff, but we can talk about that another time. Any questions on that stuff? I try not to go too fast, but I want to take your time seriously.
No, that's pretty much stuff that I've kind of been doing, but it's nice to have some questions to go off of and like to reevaluate, as we go. So
Definitely. And if you ever find something new that you like, great. That's a whole new set of thousands of people in an audience. I still go to like The Knot. Will and I haven't even been married a year. Doesn't matter. There's all sorts of people on there that are about to get married that I'm still like, that was just me and I want to relive your life. So it doesn't bother me at all that I'm no longer engaged and these people are married. So, it doesn't have to totally apply. But even I'm sure there's stuff for all sorts of stuff for moms that I have no idea about and I could care less about because I'm not a mom. But to other people that are moms, you guys can relate to whatever the heck moms talk about or relate about. Juice that makes you poop, right? Like there's stuff that moms talk about that I'm like, whoosh. So, it's little stuff that's weird, but you're like, yeah, that, moms talk about that. Anyway, okay, well, we are going to stop this recording and have a little convo about other things. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and we will see you soon.